pre All-Star break with another win. And this is huge, right? The Lakers have won 6 out of the 7 games in February. Their only loss is to the Denver Nuggets. They've also won 7 out of the last 10, if you want to go as far as their last 10 games. And they've won 11 out of their last 16. That pace is basically what they're going to have to keep the rest of the way if they want to move into the 6th seed. The Lakers have all intentions of getting the 6th seed. They believe that they will be the 6th seed, and they do have a bit of an uphill battle to climb. Now, they have 7 to 8 days off, which you could argue could go either way. It could be really good, kind of rest guys, get guys' bodies right, let them just ease their minds, have fun, enjoy life a little bit before you got to ramp up and make this last push. The other side of it is like the Lakers have a ton of momentum right now. Do you really want to run the risk of halting that? We'll see. Time will tell. But they would have 26 games left in the season post All-Star break. Their games in February, in all honesty, are all winnable. Warriors, Spurs, Suns, Clippers, Wizards to round out the month of February. Lakers have beaten all those teams, and at least the Spurs and the Wizards should be gimme games. Nothing's ever a gimme game in the NBA, but they should win those games. And then it's just the Warriors, the Suns, and the Clippers. Lakers, in my opinion, got to at least win 2 out of those 3 to be in good shape. And then the rest of the way, March is brutal. But if the Lakers really want to be the 8th seed or the 6th seed, in my opinion, they're going to have to win probably 45 games, give or take, right? Is probably my guess. So they basically need to win another 15 out of their 26 games if they want to be a team that's in the top seed. And it might even be more than that. But I think if they get to about 45 wins, they'll be at least a top 6 seed. They also have tiebreakers against several of the teams that are ahead of them, like the Pelicans, the Suns. So as long as they at least break even with those 2 teams, then the Lakers would actually be able to move ahead and leapfrog them. Look, this team is clicking. They're firing all cylinders. The offense has been spectacular during this stretch. They're moving the basketball. They're sharing the basketball, right? D'Lo's emergence has been massive. Even in yesterday's game, right? Like, he only had 11 points, but he only took 8 shots and was 4 of 8 from the field, but he had 17 assists. He said this game, hey, Rui's cooking, AD's cooking, Reeves is hitting shots. Let me be the point guard. Let me go out here and just make some plays and get everyone involved, everyone cooking. He pick and chose his spots, pick and chose his shots, which I thought were great. There were several times throughout where it was like, oh, here comes the Jazz. They're on a run, and then D'Lo would hit a big shot to halt the run. Beautiful, right? Austin Reeves has been more consistent lately. Hopefully that continues post All-Star break. Hopefully he can kind of get himself right, because that's been a big issue with him, is just the consistency, right? Game in and game out, being able to provide efficiency. I'm not saying he has to score 20 a game or anything like that, right? Even if he has 12, like, is he doing it on efficiency? Is he 3 of 11, or is he something like 8 of 11, right? And he's giving you 24 or whatever, right? Like, that's the big difference. So if these two can continue to provide what they've provided recently in the last, month or so of games, then I do think the Lakers will be in really good shape. Also, the addition of Spencer Dinwiddie, right? He has been really good, and you've seen all the things you want these last 2 games. He's a guy that can make plays, obviously. I mean, you've seen the playmaking in that regard. That is going to be, in my opinion, the biggest asset of him post this All-Star break, especially as he gets more familiar with guys, as he gets more comfortable, because the Lakers had 0 playmaking off the bench prior to us signing Spencer Dinwiddie. Now you got a legit point guard level type playmaker that can make plays for himself and others, that can score the basketball, right? Obviously, it'd be nice for him to score and consistently in that department, which we saw him do, right? And I'm excited for when he actually gets comfortable, starts being aggressive and looking for his shot as well as making plays for others. Because this is a guy that, dude, he's just kind of out there and giving you 10. Right? Imagine when he's actually looking and is being aggressive and being physical and trying to go and get buckets for the Lakers. Now, these last few games, you haven't really needed that, right? You've kind of needed him to be more of a playmaker and just hit the occasional shot. But there will be games where it's like, okay, like Reeves doesn't have it tonight or D'Lo doesn't have it tonight. Hey, like Din, we need you, right? We need you to go drop 20. All right, no problem. I got this. Watch this. Right? Like it's just nice to have that guy. You see the athleticism, the versatility, his ability to finish and draw contact, to finish through said contact, right? Like all of these things are just such a huge factor that are really going to go a long way for the Lakers as everyone continues to improve, as everyone continues to get better, right? Even guys like Rui Hachimura have really stepped up big and have been much better as of late. Jackson Hayes has really picked it up and he's looked good. Christian Wood in the limited minutes that he gets, right? We've won these games in a team effort. Hasn't been this like, oh, LeBron and AD are combining for 70% of your points, rebounds, and assists. No, it's like everybody's chipping in. Now, obviously, it hasn't been perfect, right? Defensively, we haven't been fantastic, but a lot of that is like all of our defensive players are out, right? So how much can you really put into that? And that's another thing that'll really help our push for the potential 6 seed, right? Is you're going to start getting back Cam Reddish and Max Christie post All-Star break. Jared Vanderbilt's supposed to get reevaluated. You have Gabe Vincent, who's supposed to come back in early to mid-March. Right? You start getting all your guys back, start making that push, hopefully keep minutes low if everyone's playing their proper role and doing what they're supposed to do, so we can get healthy going into the postseason. Right? I've said this before, get us into the postseason and I'll take our chances. There's not a team in the league that I look at and go, the Lakers have no chance of beating them. In my opinion, the NBA is wide open this year. There's no one that's really just that far and away better than everybody. Right? Even the best team in the league this year has been the Boston Celtics, and they shoot themselves in the foot more than anybody I've ever seen. Like I just don't trust them to basically to win a championship. I just don't. Right? Are they going to be in the conference finals? Probably. But could they make the NBA finals? Probably. I also, at the same breath, wouldn't be shocked if they end up losing to somebody because they just love to shoot themselves out of games. They play the wrong way at times, right? It's just mind-boggling the way that they play at times. Now, granted, only 12 teams have beaten them, but still, like, it's going to be very different when you're running a 7-game series and teams know, like, okay, the Celtics love to just shoot themselves out of games. So, kind of live with that, right? But regardless, even in the West, the only team I really have concerns with is the Nuggets, because it's just the Nuggets have seemed like they've had our number. But even then, like, it doesn't mean we can't beat the Nuggets. The Nuggets aren't unbeatable. The Nuggets have had their struggles this year and have not looked like the same team last year. They're not as deep as they were last year, even though they weren't very deep last year either. But it's just, I believe that the Lakers, especially if you have a healthy LeBron and AD, get them into the postseason and you live with the result. Right? I fully believe the Lakers could get that done. I think this team still has a ton of talent. We were so hyped and excited about this team in the preseason, right? In the offseason, because we saw the size, the talent, the versatility, right? Was it a perfect roster? Absolutely not. But it was a very good, very talented, very skillful, very sizable roster. And you're starting to see that. And things are starting to flush itself out. Guys are starting to pick it up and figure things out. It took a little while. It's frustrating that, it took 50 games for us to kind of get to this point, but we saw the signs early on. I mean, this is a team that still won the in-season tournament. I know some people look at it as like, oh, it's irrelevant. Like, it meant something, right? Every team in the league was trying to win that. It wasn't like it was just the Lakers trying to win that. Everyone was trying to win that. Lakers ended up winning it, and they did it the right way. They ran through everybody. People, oh yeah, well, you played Portland stuff. Yeah, we also played some contending teams too. We also played some of the playoff teams too, and we ran through them as well, right? And so, look, we've beaten basically every team in the league. The only team we haven't beaten that is like a true contender is Denver. Denver's just had our number. Outside of that, everyone else we've even beaten guys without LeBron and AD, like the Celtics. This team can beat anybody. They just have to continue to work and strive towards that goal, put it all together, go out, and get these W's. I trust this team. I do. You don't bet against LeBron James and Anthony Davis. You just don't. Right? Now, again, you got to get to the postseason. If the Lakers end up finishing in like the 7th or 8th seed, then the 9th or 10th seed. Sorry, if they finish in the 9th or 10th seed, then I'd be a little, I think that would be pretty hard pressed because you have to win 2 straight. Literally anything can happen. If they get into the 7th or 8th seed, I still believe in the team. I still think they get it done. I also think it depends on the matchups, right? Like, say the playoffs ended today and the Lakers were able to overtake the Sacramento Kings, right? So let's say the Lakers finish as the 8th seed. You win that first play-in game. Right now you're the 7th seed. You're playing the Thunder. I'm pretty confident the Lakers beat the Thunder in the first round. Even if they finish as the 8th seed, they play the Timberwolves. I think the Lakers beat the Timberwolves in the first round. Right? Now, if they were to finish as the 6th seed and the Nuggets finish as the 3rd, I'd be a little hesitant about that. I think the Lakers could beat the Nuggets. I would just prefer them in like the 2nd or 3rd round, just so that way we kind of work out our kinks, work out our issues, kind of get the jitters out of the way, and then it's like, all right, let's go play Denver and get this series. But look, again, I trust this team. You got to do your part. Got to continue down the path that we're on, and I fully expect us to be there. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you believe that the Lakers can land the 6th seed? Do you think no, not going to happen? Do you think that they're a play-in team? Do you think that they're better? Is there any team that you have concerns about? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Let's continue to do these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all.